You know, we had Leo on the other day. We were talking to him. They're a very, very confident team, and they're also pretty honest. So when Leo tells you, like, we're confident on every map, the only map that we're not confident on is Nuke, I think that speaks volumes, right? That was the one where he said the KNG, out of all the maps, T-side nuke cooling has been causing him problems, and that's been pretty visible to us over on the desk as well. So we're getting into it. Let's see how O Plano's nuke has been coming along. It has more often than not been the T-sides that let them down, so they need a big CT side performance here on the map pick of paiN.
Yeah, it's a good shout out there as well to your point about the vetoes. Normally Overpass is a map that paiN don't play, but taking a gamble, they kind of maybe expect to drop Mirage, so why not try it out? It's paiN starting on the T side though. We've seen a very similar pistol round a lot, I feel like, this event. With the ramp takes to under heaven or drop down.
Looking like a B fake though, window getting broken, but they're going to double back, you see, to the lobby with the bomb. 3-on-3. You could even leave safe here if he wants to flank heaven in the late round, try and backstab, but also keep that B pressure on. Leo gets interested. He gets some information that paiN aren't overcommitted to B, and so that will keep two CTs on the top site. Safe is really trying to sell this, and in fact, he's now joined by his team. They're going to duck dive and dip into that lower bomb site. A messy fight from Hardzao, but he doesn't lose the bomb, keeping this round in the air. O Plano respecting this B controller, backing up. Leo's getting hunted though, and finally they deal with him. Up the vent, back into that A site, playing with their food. Henny's still here, of course, but he's a shot from death, and he dishes one out of it himself. Hardzao gone, and a 2-on-2 ensues.
Oh, Henny dead on that secret rotation though. And so now he looks on from beyond the grave as he watches his brother try to navigate this 1v2, and they've just dodged Lucas back down the vent again. And it is just ring around the roses right now. Lucas having to rotate down on with this USP, but a tricky 1v2 to try and navigate. They've already crossed into control, and so Safe will just mop that up there. paiN, they get the pistol. Good start here over on the T side, robbing O Plano of a chance to hit the ground running. And I think that's pretty big, man. If O Plano get the pistol and start to get off to a good CT side, I think that is how they win a nuke game, is just put up enough CT rounds that you're so close to winning that something has to go really wrong on the tee off.
Well,
and it probably will still, right?
Say,
I still think it'll get close, even if they...
What's enough on the CT
Even if
side?
they like 14-1 the half, man, I think they'd still be hard-pressed to get it over the line.
Yeah, we've seen 9-round CT sides from O Plano on this map, and still falling in the second half. So, yeah, I agree with your point. Very important pistol for paiN to keep them suppressed. And the force is out. We see terrifying conversions with this investment, especially on a map like Nuke, right? Eagle armor, scout on KNG outside. He's going to run away, help out on the ramp. paiN
Still pretty telling though that both Henny and KNG could have bought an armor here, right? He doesn't, so first weapon round, maybe expect a double op setup right off the bat. Maybe not the most common that you tend to see, but we have seen it has been very successful for O Plano, these double ops. I think KNG and Henny have just done a fantastic job.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need it on Nuke as much, right? Especially if you're playing your AWP in that rotation position. You can get a lot of value out of just one AWP running around the map. But yeah, for sure, I'm never going to doubt this CT double AWP. Lots of damage done by KNG's scout. He's tagged up 2 living players, but they've managed to avoid the stack down on B. O Plano already realizing the error of their ways. Lucas coming back up, but it's too late, it feels. Nice shot. And that's a healthy player dead as well. Is that really going to tempt him in? There's no kit. You need to get immediate kills here if you ever want to win this round. So it's looking more like damage and nothing else. But Lucas, he might find another here. That re-smoke should be the be-all and end-all. Lucas finally dies. And so that will be 2-0 for paiN.
See if O Plano can save these 2 deagles. Only 2 dead on paiN's end. Not the worst with 3 saved ARs. jinx myself every time I say it, but the third round should be the easiest one. There's 2 set weapons for O Plano, and yeah, we'll see if maybe it's gonna be a bit of a stack somewhere, bit of a gamble maybe. You have a smoke on VSM. Might be for outside, go a little bit aggressive, T-Red, use KNG Scout to kind of support you a little bit.
Oh, they're running fast. KNG doesn't consider the speed red play. It's PKL finding him looking at the smoke. PKL gets control of B. He might even set a flash for his teammate into main. Smoke comes down instead. A lot of room outside to take here for paiN Gaming. And they're still holding lobby steadfast as well, waiting for a mistake to be made. Already a punishing T-side getting shown. Oh, they seem to know. Leo wants to clear the back red, and it's VSM pre-firing with a deagle. Oh, whiffed smoke. Not the end of the world, though. Safe is still waiting. The shadow's been seen. Lucas knows what to expect. Flash dodged, and the jump around. Safe, it doesn't even come close to Lucas. He just wraps, and they don't have the control to deal with this position from Safe either. Ramp player has got to watch his back. No one in heaven as well. They've got to just look at the top of the rafters. Safe is causing so many problems. Look at the eyes on him right now, just by being here.
Ooh, that's a nice deep shot out of Henny. Any more where that came from, my son? He's tucked himself into the corner. Henny onto the double. Ramp room now is looking a lot less safe. And he even brings Hards out down to just 1 HP. Oh my, PKL, you've got to do it all. He's got the info as to where both players are, and the chase is good. Lucas dead, and he's even reading this wrap round from Leo. Oh, that was big info for PKL to get, man. Like, the position he's in is a scary one. And if he misses even one of those timings, the outcome of the round could be wildly different. The fact that he figures out where both players are is huge in relation to getting that bomb planted and not letting that 2v2 spiral out of control after Henny goes above and beyond in the ramp room.
Yeah, a really close round. paiN's happy to get away with that. Damage being done at least. And here we go, first weapon round. We do see that double op setup.
Oh. It's looking like an A hit though. This is the perfect remedy to the double orb. If they can get into the top site, these orbs are not only going to be out of position, but left to retake. Worst case scenario, but that's if you get in, and right now, VSM isn't providing access. 2 kills, bomb in the hut, and VSM looking for a third as well. One man makes it down the vent. It's getting a bit awkward here in this A site. They yoink the bomb out of there, and they take the space on ramp, provided by that rotate out. KNG is... Oh! I was about to say a second too late.
Oh, that's despicable. That's disgusting. But is it all in vain? Because Big Zera has just reclaimed the kill outside and now Safe holding. KNG's got to be quick, and sadly, the weapon switch at the worst possible time. Ramp roommate is anything but safe. Just VSM left, 1v2. If there was a guy for the job, it would be VSM. He has given us some incredible moments, often very, very good at times like this. However, the close ramp wrap from Safe is there to seal the deal and get the round in. paiN Gaming up onto 4. And yeah, you know, we have that nice wallbang from KNG.
Okay.
Outside of that, this is still a very, very good start for paiN on their map.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, if they beat O Plano, this would definitely, I hope at least, put some more fans behind paiN, man. This is a very, very exciting team.
What we're seeing already is like the belief in the in-game leader. I love it. We saw in the pistol where they were just going back and forth between, you know, ramp, showing A, going back B, going back up to lobby. Like, they were just running everywhere together. They do the same in that round. They try a top hit, they get murdered on the cross out hut, and then they just bail. They grab the bomb, they escape, they all follow together down towards B, even despite that wallbang. So, yeah, everyone's believing, everyone's coming quick. And so that looks clean at least. Biggest error with an early pick. Safe again, up to his usual tricks. He can jump up heaven. There's no one here.
And I just want to reiterate, like, it's been the T sides that have been a problem for O Plano. They needed as many CT rounds as they can get. The fact that it's going to be 5-0 before we have them with their second bye of the game, that's devastating. And it's got potential to never really improve if paiN keep finding success. This is a very, very punishing spot to be in if you're O Plano. paiN have secured the A bomb site. I love how they've played this round. They've left nothing to chance, man. They didn't get the outside control and like immediately call a B hit. Yeah. They didn't try and take too much of lower. They realized, well, we're not getting given that many fights outside. Safe's got a bit of a timing here. And so he's taken heaven control away. Look at the effect this has, man. You can't even rotate out into the yard to begin to consider this round.
We've had 2 lower stacks in this game, and both of them have been avoided now from paiN. So, yeah, really nice stuff. Like you said, like just not panic dropping. Oh, we've got so much map control. Let's go B. I'm sure they're not there. Well, O Plano will B from the get-go. That's why you've got the map control. But it's not a worry. 5-0. What a start.
Yeah, even previous round we talk about it, right? I feel like they had a really good approach there, and maybe expecting the double up setup, want to do the inner execute, but it's a bit sloppy, right? VSM gets 2 kills right off the bat, but the fact that paiN still manages to just quiet down a little bit. Hey, listen, let's fall back and still manage to win that round. We see it here again, very calm, cool, and collected, right? Not taking anything for chance. Safe, you want to be mindful of. Yeah, he's been doing this a lot, just trying to go underneath heaven again and again. See a timeout as well coming in from paiN. Maybe we expected O Plano to be doing one, but trying to stay ahead of it here.
A gun even blew out of heaven from the bomb, and whoever that was in CT tried to grab it. It landed in CT, but well, they got hunted. That could have been crazy. Divine intervention, perhaps. That's what O Plano will need to recover right now. It's 5-0 down. It's another gun round. Will the double orb continue? Yes.
I would love here to see, just from what we've seen paiN do before or recently, I guess, from this half, stick one upper down by staircase for lower and then have one by heaven. So that way you have, you know, if they go under heaven, you have that covered. You have essentially one extra man to help you in the inner for that as well. Henny's going ramp again though with the AWP. We'll see where KNG is going with his. He is at least in heaven. And we do have one underpass. So pretty much the setup that I was talking about. I like this from O Plano. It's pretty safe considering we have seen paiN. They have gone down lower at least a few times. Bit of a cheeky boost here with safe. Oh my god. Henny not expecting it.
Nice shot. Yeah, the boost up is actually to peek lower down on the ramp, right? It's not intended for that exact angle, but it certainly helps. Henny can't react in time. KNG considering going through the smoke. He hears them running lower. Lucas going to confirm. Oh boy, he's got that immortal sticker on, but he's not immortal in this round. He's going to get taken down by Neckers, and all of B falling again. Wow. Killing them on both bomb sites as they stand. Leo all alone, 1 on 3. Not even a kit. It's about to save.
And just overall, just fantastic approach right now from paiN. Safe is just having another great performance so far. Picks up the AWP as well.
He's so exciting, isn't he, Robin, man? I just can't get over it. Like, it was clear.
He's very much the next playmaker. Like, this guy is, he's very fun to watch. And that's what I mentioned as well. Like, we were giving him some flack, right? Like, day 1 and 2. But, you know, it's important when you have a player like that, like, allow the mistakes to happen, right? Like, the last thing you want when you have a very aggressive offer like that is to try and tame the guy, right? Like, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. What you'll end up doing is you're teaching this guy it's not okay to go aggressive. Rather than saying, hey, listen, man, yeah, we know that we're going to maybe lose a few rounds by you going too aggressive, but we also know that you win a whole lot more as well by doing so. So why not keep allowing it? You know, have the team work in that harmony in some sense, especially when Safe is the main opper for paiN as well.
Yeah, one of the things that is so sick is, like, you know, they have this very aggressive piece in Safe, but it feels like the whole team, like, you know, they're never surprised by what he's doing. Everyone seems like very, very welcoming of the space that the guy creates. Oh, that was almost going to be big. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there because it looked like something was about to happen outside, but PKL has just saved the day. And ramp's getting taken. That's a nice little lobby push from Leo. I think Leo is like one of the more comfortable looking players on this map. It's just a bit of a shame that like it has been such a rough one for O Plano.
I think that I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but Leo has, to your point, Harry, here, Leo has been fantastic with this lineup. When you have so much aggression on this roster, so much, you know, randomness as well, Leo in that lurking role, he's done a fantastic job, honestly. Seems to be the one that is really mindful of the actions that he does on the server. You know, we can't all have 5-star players all wanting to have space on the map. Need to have the consistency as well.
I like this buy. As risky as it is, he's made back what he spent on the shotgun, right? Already with 2 kills.
I was going to say the thing that's cool about Leo as well is like he'd been knocking around in BRCS for a good while, right? Like never really... He was always a good player in the teams he was on. And then it was like sick to see him in this O Plano squad, especially. I think the thing that stands out to me is from talking to him, how much he's like bought into the idea that like, no, this is our team, man. Like this is, we're almost like a little family unit. He's really behind the likes of KNG. The fact that he is so inspired by a dude like this, and clearly, you know, like in his corner, as it were, shows that they must have like a very, very good relationship outside of the server. I think that's apparent with O Plano. Right, these guys are playing just for the love of the game. You know, they don't even have the organizational support now.
Yeah, even Cocker was saying in that interview yesterday, like, we don't have time to waste figuring that out. We're just here to play. We're here to do our thing.
And I do, you know, as sad as it is to have seen NA fall apart, the fact that, you know, it's kind of letting us see, like, well, who are the passionate folk who are willing to, you know, forego some salary for a bit while they try and put results up. And one of the things that is so cool about this O Plano squad is, my oh my, that they bring the numbers in, right, for a organizationless team. O Plano could definitely look to become an organization in its current form, man. People really seem to dig this this name, the branding, the squad. Yeah, they've got it all.
KNG loves hitting people he can't see. PKL leg through the smoke has been given the orb. And so paiN, I mean, this has been a great T-side from them. This is going to be a difficult round, though. 5-on-5, 2 lower rotates already. They're clearing out Secret, and they're not being too quiet about it. Flashing corners, a couple of players running, but not the info on 5, right? That's something O Plano don't have, so they've not over-rotated. So it's pretty safe right now. KNG holding at the ramp with the orb. He's got a lot to do. Just try and bait them into his teammate up on the site. That's Henny. Not able to get an angle yet. They're barely coming out of the single door. They're looking for the ramp pick, and PKL gets it. Forced in to that site was KNG with a Molotov on left ramp, and Henny gets cleared from window. Too many spots to look at with his cover dead. What a methodical way to take B.
It's way too passive from O Plano. We see them here, right? They're scared, and I can tell why. You know, this is paiN's really first round where they have gone down lower, all 5 of them, but there's no movement, right? O Plano is literally just holding angles. You see these 3 A players here. You tend to see when there is a lot of movement down in underpass, CT sides taking over lobby a little bit, right? Like, let's fight together. We need to have some, you know, some information on the map, but it doesn't happen. And paiN does a really good job here in the lower bomb site. They just take their time, they choke them out, essentially. Molotovs in, you hold the angle, you expect an opper to be peeking. At that time, it was KNG, right? He's not normally the ramp player. So then by that point, you know, they're calling, hey, Henny's somewhere, you know, let's clear the bomb site. Doesn't get anything. 5 alive for paiN, and it's 8-0.
Oof. And you lose another player, and you save the shotgun, not the rifle. Like, yeah, insult to injury. We might be seeing O Plano buy regardless of the saves, but yeah, they do. It's not perfect. AWP is at least allowed for KNG, but yeah, someone needs to make a move here. Someone needs to be a playmaker. We saw a bit of aggro from that shotgun in lobby. Maybe that would be a good opener for Leo. He's got a spawn. He's going up the ladder. Maybe in the hut he could find some salvation. KNG moving outside, and they always have the perfect counter. Even with the molly on Silo, he is full blinded and dealt with by Neckers. They've got an answer for everything, these guys. Ooh. And it's covered, of course. Forget the AWP. Hardtail's got a double. Hut push denied. And Ace Sight the same vein. It's just Henny on ramp, getting one. And at this point, they can just plant A and win the round. But they've been very good at getting these exits and hunting down players and not letting saves happen. Nekkers is doing that right now in Spawn.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? Look at the money on paiN's side. Absolutely, every single round should be the chase game here.
Oh.
There we go. And we've seen a few games like that from some of these teams at this RMR event. A little bit slow, I guess, on map 1. Don't seem quite awake. And especially when we talk about O Plano, the way that they have been winning games, sure, they have been polished, they've been working together, but it's the individual performance that we just talk about again and again. And it's pretty quiet on the O Plano front right now.
That it is.
Another weapon round, another AWP on KNG. Oh, this is what we saw before from paiN.
Nice.
It's a very quick default to try and get the upper if he's in garage and maybe holds the boost. This time around though, KNG spots him. And it's another entry. We've seen that before from O Plano. Now we just need to close the round.
Yeah, one hell of a passive position for KNG, right? He's been punished on these crosses. He doesn't want to go back for it. Here the smoke's coming down outside now. Cross can be allowed. And the question is for O Plano, how many players are going down? Last time it was 5. This time it's 1. KNG gets some info in lobby, sees another player. So this fake down B isn't drawing more than a single player. That's Lucas. Henny tucked in on ramp. He's got the boost, and Lucas is coming up to help out. This is a perfect setup. He's tucked. They have no idea. And Henny pokes his head out with a kill. Lucas drops the bomb, and it goes from bad to worse. It might be O Plano finally getting on this board. About time.
Oh, yeah, right. There's always one more than you think there's going to be when you're up against O Plano, man. And Save, yeah, all alone over in main. Dead after 1. Big Zera. All eyes on him here. 1v3, and really even doing some damage is super valuable at a scoreline like this. Now, if you take one more gun out of the round, you made it pretty expensive for O Plano. Big Zera, will he be able to? No.
Was he going for the knife?
No, well, you know, I think he thought Lucas was just going to drop
lack of time,
safe,
and he wanted to gamble.
He's just running. He's just like, well, either he's dropped and I live, or he hasn't, and the round ends.
Finally, though, this is the first round we've seen it. KNG gets a kill outside, but he's the one that's active, right? He's the one that goes inner, goes into hut to try and fish for some more information. Sure, he doesn't get a kill there, but just the fact that he's at least active, we see some aggression from O Plano. We haven't seen that so far on this CT side. It has been pretty stale. So KNG saying, hey, let me do it then instead, and look for paiN. The swap in tempo here, just an inner bomb site rush.
Oh, and they're getting cleaned up. Forget about this round, it's over. 1 on 4 for Nekkers. Shot through the smoke, he's going, oh, he's trying to go up the ladder, but he's lost it.
Very good hold here from O Plano. I can see these intertakes that they're very good on them, and especially when they do run that. Sure, it's just the one AWP on KNG now, but they have actively had 2 to 3 people in these B1 areas, so we saw that as well for paiNs. They won that round, but the first weapon round where they tried to just walk out as well, VSM had the double kill there. 2 on the board here now for O Plano. They needed that. They need the rest of them, honestly. It needs to be a 9-6 half here from what we've seen, but from what we know as well, Kogi said it yesterday, we don't have time to party. We're in this tournament to win it. And they know that they needed work on Nuke the T side, so maybe actively, we said it before, they have been improving throughout this event. Every game we've seen them in, so maybe they have some new things for Nuke.
I tell you what, right? They said they didn't have time to celebrate, and then I distinctly remember Henny tweeting a big picture of some bottles showing up for him to celebrate with.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Well, that's just a pre-celebration. That's a little celebration.
Yeah,
that's
he just took those
the
photos.
warm-up celebration.
No, yeah, and you know, man, that's not me like wrecking them. Like, wow, they won a big game, and then they thought they could chill out afterwards. Who the fuck do they think they are? Like, you know, I think it was right. If anything, I thought it was pretty modest, man. There was like 6 beers in a thing by the looks of it.
Yeah, that was just Henny's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one per person. Yeah, that's tame.
That's like very reasonable, isn't it? Just
First
one beer
round.
and
Yourself
off
a
to bed,
brewski
ready
after.
for the game tomorrow.
That's what I have
Oh
to
my
do
God.
just to get straight for this show.
Look at how far Neckers has gone.
Yeah, this is.
They have
look,
no idea.
He's seen the windows broken. He's like, lol, I've just gone by someone. He knows that they've got no idea he is in this position. He's passed someone
Nice.
on B, and
Nice.
Neckers,
Nice.
you cheeky
Yep.
man. Don't do it to Henny of all people. Whoop, there it is. Knife kill, baby. Neckers, remember the name. Out through ramp. KNG burning in the molly, and they're going to cross behind it now. Neckers has opened up this B bomb site with a knife in the back of Henny. paiN moving in, and O Plano. They also lose Lucas, man. The brothers have had a very unfortunate round.
Oh my goodness. Re-aggro into the in-game leader lurking outside. VSM can go through the door, open. Oh, an opportunity perhaps. He's got the bomb planted dead, but it's still down, and they're down a man. KNG is so low and he doesn't know where to look. Safe was sitting right above him the whole time. Leo traded, and it feels like you're only ever getting one here. Max for O Plano. They're even hunting this AWP. I don't think KNG is getting out of here alive. Everyone's come his way. And regardless of whether this save happens, it's 10 rounds on the T side at a bare minimum. Oh my, KNG can't even hit this shot. And there it is, 10-2, dominant stuff.
Yeah. Neck is getting his way down in vents. We see the sequence here again.
See, I
don't hear
kind
the door open.
Respect.
I love it from Neckers, man. Especially because, like, you know, you look at someone as like Neckers as a player, and throughout his career, he was never given like the same big opportunities as some of the other guys in VR, right? So it's great to see him now as like one of the more experienced players in this team, and still occasionally pulling the wool over the eyes of his kind of more spotlight-prone brothers on the other team.
Another double orb here. KNG learned from his mistakes. He's holding red this time. Henny in the hut, not for long, giving away the AWP to Hard Zao. But not that they want it. They've got all the money in the world and they choose against it. Smoke doesn't go as deep as he would have liked. Leo's pushed outside as well, but paiN aren't buying into it. They're going to hit ramp instead, and a quick headshot to Lucas might just seal the deal here. Molly in hell, but Safe wants to fight through it. They can just drop lower right now. There's only one man here in the form of Leo. He's come diving down the vents, and he needs something massive.
Oh, but he just dies immediately, man. Like, O Plano yesterday, they would be taking unfavorable fights versus Furia, and they would wreck them every now and again. But here versus paiN, you know, you get like a kind of even one-on-one, head-to-head, or even a 2v1, and you're just getting wrecked. Like, look, PKL's playing with his food. KNG, he was dead for 20 seconds or so. He just didn't know about it. And that's left it on VSM. It's the big money, man. Big dollar sign in the name. Money is not something he's got right now. Very, very poor O Plano. They're all low on cash. This FAMAS would have been the only thing they bought with them into this next round, and even that is taken away.
This is a statement right now.
Also, just want to reiterate this. While Nuke has been a problem for O Plano, it's the T sides that have been a problem.
Yes.
The CT sides have actually been pretty good. You know, that might sound hard to believe at this kind of scoreline. But oftentimes they've put up, you know, they've won out the CT half and then gone on to get dominated on the T side.
So if paiN beat O Plano and O Plano beat Furia, are paiN the best team in Brazil?
I think so. Honestly, like, you know, not that I like that horrible method of benchmarking. Mate, with what we've been getting out of them, you know, they genuinely could be, for all we know.
They're down B right now. KNG needs a big deagle shot to start this off, but it's been mollied, and he's got to give them the control. Couple of lower players here for O Plano, but as we've seen, a willingness to go back up the vents at times, that is a possibility. Look at the lurkers. Neck is holding secret. We've got a player in spawn, in both spawns, in fact, but Safe will finally die to Leo. Because there are always here, it feels like, when we watch paiN play this T side, waiting for someone to over-aggress in T-spawn. Henny couldn't hit his shot. and KNG only gets 1, so B is looking like an opportunity now. They just run out into the bomb site, they don't clear anything, they're fully confident after killing both lower rotates. And they definitely know what they're up against, right? There's been some homework done, as you mentioned, Robin, earlier, with the kill of KNG on ramp, and then the realization that Henny's there as well. The second they kill those same 2 players, they just explode into B. They never check corners. They never have any expectation of another player there, and they're right every time.
Yeah, and it's weird as well, because looking at this CT style from O Plano, sure, this is an eco, but as you mentioned with Bigusera being in spawn, I mean, that's very typical in Europe, right? A lot of Europeans punish people that do the smoke wall outside. If they hear more than one lower, they would push into lobby. We don't see any of that from O Plano. They're literally just holding their spots. So with paiN playing as patiently as they are and as methodical as they are, they're not giving O Plano anything, honestly. They're, the executes that they have, to your point about the rotates as well, they're very aware of who they're supposed to be going up against in the spots that they're fighting in. And when that person dies, yeah, they're very quick on saying, okay, let's go. Let's hit the bomb sites. And with the non-aggression coming in from O Plano, yeah, I think paiN has just had a fantastic T-side so far. They've done a really good job. They've done their homework. It is a gap here now in the smoke. They do spot it, though.
Oh.
I love that. They flash over the gap now. Yeah, okay, you died to Lucas. So never mind. Never really gets to play into the ramp. Poor little neck is, man. Just dead right away. Tucked in, close at ramp. Henny only wants to get, even just one here, and then he can have support from KNG. Will drop down. They don't know what's happening outside, right? There were these 2 players there, and one of them has crossed. That's PKL. And he's trying to clear him out while this is happening. Ramp room is getting aggressed into. KNG's mollied off the angle, and Save hits him with the wall bang! What?
Revenge.
KNG has, what do you even do? Hang up the mouse and keyboard, you're done. You're done in this first half. Oh, PKL with another. Might only have 10 points of health. You would never know. Oh, there it is, 13-2. And what a game we've just had out of paiN. Second half about to begin. O Plano moving on to their T side. And for any heartbroken O Plano fans who showed up wanting to see their team win today, you've got one thing better than that. You've got 2 great Brazilian teams now in the server to get behind. We'll be back with the second half in just a minute. Don't you go anywhere.
Welcome back. paiN Gaming are the first team to nuke O Plano at this RMR. We're going to see if they can close out their map pick now.
Yeah, it might not be a long second half if paiN have their way. Let's see if we suddenly get the best T-side yet from O Plano at this scoreline. Crossing fast outside. They've moved more than they've ever done before in this position, but there's a lot of blood, and most of it there's 4 on 2 rather. Safe continuing to fight, dropping another, and get him out. One more man up. It's Henny in a clutch. And Glock's just not going to do him much help. Safe is having an unbelievable game right now. 14-7. Actually, I think +3 there, 17-7. Crazy stuff.
Pistol as well for paiN. It just gets worse for O Plano. Maybe it's just a map that you want to get rid of at this point. Overpass and Vertigo remain here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying in the break, right? I think if you're O Plano, you go, you know what? Nuke hasn't been kind to us. You're running up against a very good Nuke team. And it's kind of like, let's just play this one fast and loose. We know we've got the other 2.
Yeah, I mean, they should feel comfortable heading into even a third, right? Vertigo is there waiting. We got an overpass in between. Haven't seen O Plano play that map yet.
And that's my biggest worry, right? Like, as much faith as you may have in a map, if you've not played it in officials, like, that's a whole different ballgame.
Can I just say, overpass, great AWP map, right? If you're looking for someone like Safe to really, you know, be let loose, pop off, potentially have a big game, it could be found on a map like that.
It is very fortunate for O Plano that paiN don't play it, right?
Yeah.
So that is something that certainly plays in their hand.
But even the fact that they were willing to risk it, right, and let it slide through, to me screams, well,
more faith in Mirage.
Yeah, right. You know where you stand on Mirage. Like, you know it's a great map for O Plano, whereas maybe you've been trying some stuff on Overpass, and you go, hey man, look, we don't really know what they're like there, but we think we can beat them on an individual basis. Zafi holding on to ramp room, good for a double, gets all he really needed to there, but it's his teammates that have to pick up the pieces, and right now, they're getting turned to pieces, man. What was once looking like a good round for paiN has now gone the other way. O Plano steal it away with a force buy, and so they keep this game going for now.
I think what's really surprising to me... go on, Rob, I'll let you finish your point.
I was just going to say about that round, like, I worry again. Yeah, they get the entry there. It's an eco, 30 seconds left by the time that all these other kills starts coming in. You know, with 18 seconds left when that round ends, Bomb was running down to the bomb site. So, yeah, it's a round win, but we'll see if the trend continues here on Nuke. Back to you, Richard.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is I think what surprises me overall with the way this veto has gone is that O Plano felt that Inferno is a map that they need to ban more over Nuke. I would have thought they would have switched that up. That's the one kind of concern about the team moving forward. You know, we're going to find out a lot about them now when we see Overpass, right? But I think, if I'm them and I think about the games they've had on Inferno, like, sure, you lose to Extra Salt, but it was at least competitive. I think about their Nuke performances by contrast. I'd just start making Nuke your permaban moving forward, and then you're going to remove a lot of these problems in vetoes like this, right? Where you have to give up, an almost guaranteed loss. Let's call it 70-30 likelihood.
I think you'll start to see that after this game now. Because one of the things for me, like, it's obviously easy for us to say, oh, like, yeah, they shouldn't be playing Nuke. I think as a team, as players there, what they see is, hey, our CT sides are working pretty well. Our T sides, we have good defaults in terms of, yeah, we're getting there where we need to be. It's their mid rounds that they have to polish up, right? Or like, what are we doing once we get in position? And maybe on that team stand, they're like, well, that's easy stuff. Let's just, get some executes. Let's have some stuff that we can call when we get into these positions. I don't think that they were expecting this kind of CT side though, but I think after this game, to your point here, Richard, the next few games that we should be seeing from O Plano, I mean, I would also be surprised if we're not going to start seeing this Nuke ban coming in more frequently from them.
Yeah, and I think they've got all the pieces to be a very good Inferno team, frankly. I think having two AWPers that are essentially primary AWPers and, two very solid riflers, I think Inferno is about economy management and hitting your shots a lot more than, say, something like Nuke, which is really... You have to have such a solid tactical foundation to be a good T-side on this map, and clearly that isn't there yet for O Plano. Maybe it'll be something that comes along. But yeah, I would just start banning Nuke moving forward to prevent yourself having defeats like this, which put yourself in a tough spot in a series if Nuke's the first map.
Overpass T-side is also one of the most difficult sides as well. So, if they're struggling on Nuke T-side, yeah, exactly, expect that, or exciting to see what they'll do here on Overpass T-side. Because that's also a very long map. When we talk about running out of time, that could very well happen on a map like Overpass as well.
Yeah.
Yep, just ask Navi about that one. Yeah, there you go. Of course.
Seen that one more than once. Oh, this anti-eco looks like a shoo-in. They even think it's B. Do they actually think it's B, or are they just trying to reroute yet? It's not like it's a winnable round here for paiN, but 5 on the board. I mean, we're not really thinking or talking about this like it's a comeback, especially not yet.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot more before I'm even remotely close to having those words leave my mouth, right? Like, even if this was 14-13, I would still be going, oh, well, their T-sides have been a little poor. So, yeah, man, it's it's a bit of a weird one. I'm not used to having like this little faith in O Plano, right? Especially after what we've been able to see out of them, like growing throughout the tournament. But they are just so far behind, and right now, you know, you've broken through a SMG buy, you've beat the Force, you beat the pistols. Now you've got to answer the rifles, man. This is a first real look in to see how this T side stacks up.
Another pause from paiN. First weapon round coming up. We'll see what we can expect. For O Plano, I kind of know what to expect. Maybe a default into getting some picks, but hey, listen, who knows? Maybe they're gonna throw a bit of a wrench in there, and as we saw from paiN's first weapon round, they tried that inner bomb side execute on a timing. It didn't quite work out as they wanted for the actual hit, losing 2 members to VSM in the push. They ended up winning that round though, however. Smoke wall outside, no AWP on O Plano here. Same can be said on paiN's Endo, no AWP on safe. It's a 3-man setup for paiN here to start off.
How much further does he go? Are they crossing secret? Because right now, Robin, they're sitting at red. Now, we have seen this one before. They're going to wait out their own smokes and hope that paiN think they've crossed B. But with safe down lower, well, there's no question about it. They know paiN haven't. They know O Plano haven't dropped B. Oh, safe getting the info, and oh, he'll get domed. He actually got triple peak there, so there's a lot of information on this outside control. And either way, O Plano at least going to move quickly in this one. PKL getting cleared out. Now just one on the site, and nice entries here. That's more like it. Nekis, however, holding strong. The 3rd man in A is the answer to all of O Plano. 2 men now running down ramp to B. It's an empty lower bomb site. They should have a plant.
This is very different though for O Plano. The fact that they actually make a decision there and go for a main split, I mean, that's fantastic. Sure, it's still, the round is still live 2-on-2. I'm just impressed that we actually saw something like that, because this is something new. This is something at least, hey, we have to do something with the time. We have a man advantage as well. Let's try and make a play. And sure, the bomb is going down here now. Good spots can be said. Hearts out. Smoke, nade, and flash. Still a very doable retake. Here comes the flash as well. It's a bit of a long one. And Henny gets away. Now I think the favorite flips on O Plano's side here to win this round.
Oh. Gotta hit your shot though.
Oh, Lucas, yeah, run down, but able to see it through to the very end. O Plano, they come in with another. There were a series of nice little decisions made in that round there, right? Already seeing more out of this O Plano T side than maybe we've got before. Even the fact that they kind of don't follow through on the A play, they drop down to B, they make that decision very, very quickly. I feel like, you know, we've seen O Plano rounds similar to that fall apart, just on, you know, the T's kind of grinding to a halt, getting a bit lost in the chaos of a 2-on-2. The fact that all the decisions are so quick there, let O Plano get set up on the ramp side. And ultimately, that leads them to go on and win the round. Now just pistols again for paiN. I think as well, you know, paiN, I don't know how much you want to be taking these outside fights, right? I think one of the bases for a lot of teams doing well against O Plano was that they wouldn't really give you those opening kills outside that O Plano hinge upon, you know, to actually make these plays happen.
But that's actually why that last round was so impressive, as we saw, right? Because even when they get a kill outside in previous games, they haven't done anything. They get one frag, they get traded, or they go 1-for-1 rather, and then they just explode. They run into main. Like, that's a way different approach. But yeah, I agree. The less kills you give them out, the better. But they usually weren't satisfied with one. They would want more, and you're rarely going to get that against a good CT Nuke team. Right now, Big Zera is getting smoke spammed on the edge, and they're going to be able to cross towards B as well. All the control here for O Plano. paiN just making sure that they don't wrap CT. We've got PKL playing for that contingency, not giving the info away. Another flash into main. KNG looking for the info before his team commit to that B site, and a nice pick to convince them back in, safe in the open as he tries to hunt down KNG. He's killed by the late men. It's only 2 up, and no one wrapped heaven, so PKL's position not of any value right now. However, he might catch VSM in main, but winning this round is a tough ask. Oh, there's something. But 70 rounds for O Plano. They're starting strong. Remember, they lost the pistol as well, so...
Yeah, absolutely. But to you guys' point, there's still a lot of rounds left to be played here. And sure, while they have started the comeback, 5 rounds in a row, still a lot left. We actually do see the answer here from paiN. Double op setup. None yet for O Plano. Bit of a slower, I was going to say, pretty much the usual, but a bit of a slower default this time around for O Plano. Actually a lobby default.
Okay.
What was that, man? I was thinking, like, dude, if he shoots now, that's gonna look so dodgy. Hard's out is attempting to get Overwatch banned as best he can. VSM throwing a quick report in there.
Vaxox will be having a field day with this one.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It was just the fact that he lines it up like so convincingly and then pulls the trigger. Oh, O Plano, they try to pull a trigger of their own. They hit the big green go button into the A site, and Lucas, he got the memo. He's opened up. KNG wraps through main, and that should have never have been an O Plano round.
No. No, it shouldn't. But fair play. Oh no, now the second orb spotted Hazal. Quick shot. And now he's a little bit more interested. Grabs an AK. He's really going for this, isn't he? No kit right now. He's got a bit more time to play with, but no one's giving away the kills. That is the problem with clutches like this. If O Plano don't want to throw it, they just make that call. No one peek, no one make a mistake, and they can't win. And that is the case. Orb not saved. He sticks with the AK for the eco round in the next.
He's gonna pick it up. He's just saving the AK for now, just in case they're looking to chase. He'd rather
Bomb's gonna blow it.
Yeah, you didn't think about that though, Hugo.
Yeah, that felt like an inevitability. Yeah, it blew it towards secret.
At least the plan. That's a good move here. Another good round from O Plano. They managed to choke out the bomb site. It's looking sloppy in the beginning, but the fact that KNG comes from the flank there on good timing, not a lot of exchanges have been done at that point. Opens up the bomb site.
What on earth is this as well? Like the one game we think, yeah, O Plano, they're just gonna get banged out here. They get nothing done the first half. We're seeing their best T side yet. We're seeing their best T side. Can they really keep this up? Yeah, exactly. Nothing makes sense.
The perpetual seesaw.
Yeah, and it's when you say that as well, Hugo, exactly right. Because even the rounds that they won on this T side, it's not like they won just from what we've seen the past few days with the defaults. paiN is just running at them and they just win rounds. No, I mean it's been pretty polished, I'd say. They've been stringing rounds together, smoke wall out, they hold the angles, they get an entry, and they do something together. And it's not just run and gun either. It's a lot of utility to back it up. Yeah, another good round here from KNG. Just walks into A, it's completely clear. The previous round as well, the lobby default instead, they use the same smoke walls, right?
No,
and
this
then
is a
go
great
for the inner
T-side.
take. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we've seen more like fakes and like, you know, changes of direction in this T side in the what, like 7 rounds into this half than we have on any other, you know, like Nuke game combined, man. Like this is a very, very different looking O Plano. Like even in this round here, they didn't just follow through on the B play. They get ramped, they make a lot of noise, they get spotted at B, and then they make this quick decision. All right, well, let's just go up. You know, they've seen us on B. They know we're here with the bomb, and it's keeping them one step ahead right now. It's making paiN have to second guess themselves a lot. And this was something that no team yet has had to do up against O Plano on Nuke. So often it is like where that first bit of utility lands, where the first player's been spotted, that's where O Plano were planning to go. Whereas now, you know, that's never the case. It feels like wherever we're seeing the bulk of the push come in, the bomb goes down on the opposite side of the map. So, yeah, man, this is a much more put together T-side. Yeah. Where's this O Plano T-side been for the last like 5 nuke games?
Right, KNG's been finding so many little gaps. He's always the the scout right now on this T-side, running into main, walking out hard, just getting the info that okay, this is clear or it's not clear. Commit with me, don't commit with me, and he's taking that risk. Obviously, a very dangerous risk, but right now all the results are there. We've now seen another double orb here on this CT side. KNG's got his. PKL playing lower this time, never putting the orb in secret, but he's got the Molotov to stall them out. Safe all the way towards CT with his.
PKL gets spotted when he runs down to the underpass area. And it's a bunch of whiffed smokes outside as well for O Plano. The smoke wall doesn't happen, so they actually end up cancelling that. Wonder if they are expecting hard sell with the AWP on ramp though, but for all we know, they might just be going back to this inner bomb side take that they had a few rounds ago.
This one's a little bit more scary though. 2 players ready and waiting. PKL's come back up from B, Neckers has started, and the molly's dropped to cut them off. You've got the orb coming in on main, dropping off the roof. This is a bit audacious. Now they're going back to ramp. This round has not gone to plan. 30 seconds. They've got to make their mind up. A instead. No, outside. No, A. And now the door coming in.
No, he has it off. No.
He's got it killed. The molly works. They might win this round.
Oh my god, Safe, it's all on you, man. You got to give us an incredible moment here, alone with the orb, and Safe lighting them up, trying to buy time for PKL to get set up in main. Safe pair of hands, but he's dead back in the site, and so it's left to PKL on the main wrap to the 1v1 that KNG sees through to a very bitter end. O Plano, another round up on this T side, 10-14. Best T-side we've seen out of them, and now just 4 away from tying this game up.
How does that happen? You can even tell how chaotic it gets at the end there. KNG's in main, he gets the 1 kill, he gets smoked off by his teammate. They run through that smoke. Safe gets 2 kills to try and, get back into that round. I mean, that's a chaotic round, and I can't believe O Plano again gets the better of it, forces paiN on another half buy. And sure, this is when we start talking about that potential comeback, right? They have 10 rounds now, O Plano, about to make it 11. Good economy as well on their side, can rebuy. And this has been a shaky paiN on the CT side.
Yeah, that's the say for sure, as much as O Plano were on theirs. Oh my, what are we watching? Are they really going to pull it back and win this game? This is unbelievable. Look at the streak of red at the top. They lost the pistol. They want to force. They haven't stopped. 9 rounds in a row. Another double orb. We've had plenty of rifle rounds, plenty of chances for paiN. This double orb's not getting much effect, right? Hardtail's not really been doing a lot with his. Often avoided, but this needs to be his round up on the ramp room. Smoked off again. Leo's got an A pick quickly. That might tempt them back into another fast play. Look at Leo's space. He's outside all the way around, but he's finally dead to Neckers. paiN deal with one of these wraps and Safe doesn't want to wait around and let them decide where to go. He'll bring the fight to them. You've got 2 smokes. You could do a late outside smoke cross, right? You're not going to be able to cover red, but at least if you want to get down secret, that's available here. You could even walk and right-click the smokes, just a contact play. No one's watching it right now. Neckers is tasked with checking it from outside. Smoke comes down on the A site. Neckers gets tagged by an AWP, and with no smokes, they just run riot down towards B. There's not a single rotate here just yet, and there's not enough information for paiN to put serious numbers on this lower site. They start to hear the footsteps. They start to hear the running of this B site take, and Hardtail's got to do something to stop it.
Ooh, they know about it. They've seen the barrel. Hardtail in with the tag. Not quite the killing blow on Saheni, but now he's brought down low. Ooh, the bomb's getting planted. If only you had safe here with that nade, man. The nade could have gone in, denied the bomb plant. It might just be a save. Yeah, they back out. They concede. 12-14. And, you know, when I said, oh, I could get to 13, 14, and I wouldn't even be believing in the comeback, I didn't think it would actually happen, did I? Now I kind of find myself, I am believing, and it's 12-14.
You're a massive fraud. You've been exposed. Hoisted by your own petard.
Yeah, it was bound to happen eventually, wasn't it? They're even hunting down these saving players. Hard's out. Don't lose the orb. Don't lose the orb. He's okay. Don't stop going back in. Stop.
Oh, what a mad repeat that is. Like, you all right, mate?
He's like really testing the waters, man. Ooh,
I mean, he hasn't really even been able to fire that orb at opponents in this game, right? Think about that. Like every time, both times he's been ramped with the orb, he's been saving or trying to save. He got a wallbang tag onto VSM he never saw. That's about it. 14-12. Hello, paiN.
Yeah. You can tell there's starting to be movement at the O Plano side as well. Henny's camera has just flipped. Got noisy over there again, maybe. Oh man, another entry here from VSM. It is that smoke wall, but they actually take it fast this time around. Yeah, it looks like it's finally starting to click for O Plano on this T side. You've been giving them a lot of flack so far this event, for this one side especially. But this looks like a completely new team. Very impressed. And this is what we talked about, right? Yeah, you know, Kogu mentioned yesterday as well, we don't have time to party, right? We have work to do. We're here to win this event. They knew Nuke was a problem. We're talking to Leo about it as well.
Oh, there's a big trade. Nexus has been so good at equalizing in the CT side, but it's often been for nothing. In vain. Hard's out, getting a shot. Safe as well in the lobby, and he's found Henny. The two orbs finally come alive, but wallbang through the hut. Lucas does get his revenge. Lucas and VSM, the latter of which is already out in A, but there's another player to deal with inside of the hut. They never knew about it. They just got a kill here. Why would they be ready for him? Big Sarah could come in with the backstab. Lucas, he's spotted, and the bomb's been dropped. All on VSM. He doesn't have the time to play around. He's got to go now.
VSM might be time to get out the tiny violin unless he can somehow, with 10 seconds, fly around the map and get these 2 kills that are needed. There's no time for a bomb plant, and paiN, they win this round of time. They're hiding. VSM, plenty of kills on the exits, but unfortunately can't get that final one to win the round. Still, I don't think you could have asked for more out of VSM there, right? With like 17 seconds left as he embarks on that 1v3.
I mean, it's best case for him here. Sure, they lose the round, but he does so much damage to paiN. Look at the buy they're about to get.
And all you're thinking about is, man, if we could have just got more than 2 CT rounds in the first place. Because now paiN have locked in OT at a bare minimum, right? That's a sigh of relief after this comeback. Fast out A. Oh, they're going down the vent. Lucas is trying. Dropped into the B-bomb site. VSM has the bomb on upper still, though, so this is only control here for O Plano. They're not going to be planting. They're faking it out. They're trying to make paiN believe it's a B take. That's not the case. Lucas with a pick back upper, and Leo, he's caught evading out secret. He was trying to go back to that top site. Now the ramp take. They're all over the place. VSM with another trade, and they go back down into B, which they've earlier established. PKL is already here.
Oh, this is weird. This is so weird. They don't know about Lucas, and so he will swing out and get the trade at least. Still, VSM dies very unfortunately, man. Lucas is probably calling like, yeah, site's clear, man. I've been holding it down. They could peek you from decon, but they're not expecting a guy in the middle of the bomb site. Lucas is now trying to get the bomb out of here. By the looks of things, actually, he's still going for this. Big Sarah dead to Lucas, and that's a huge kill to have picked up. You know, if the bomb got dropped there, this could have been the game. This could have been the map. Now Neck is alone in the 1v2. He's been Mr. Trades. He's been good at keeping things in the advantage of paiN, but now he's got to do the heavy lifting. Ollie delays the plant. He's done a good job of at least making them sweat back in this bomb site. They haven't felt comfortable enough to get that bomb down yet. And Neck is a little bit of time bought, wrapped up into the window, not given anything yet. He doesn't know where Henny is. That's the big problem. Right? Knows about the man in the site. Doesn't know about this AWP that has crept through the double doors and is currently hitting a timing, wrapping around behind him. Lucas is just buying time and Henny arrives on the wrap round. That's the twins for you. They play that one to perfection. Whenever they are both alive in like a 2vx, man, the synergy's just there.
Yeah.
Like, great understanding from Lucas. He's low on HP, never gives Neckers the 1v1, and that's because Henny is coming. By the way, like, Henny told Lucas, like, yeah, he's going to be window. He'd pushed through the double doors. He was already wrapping control room, and Lucas was just concealed from the rafters the whole damn time. O Plano, 1 away from 14, and a broken little... partial investment here for paiN means 14 rounds should be as good as done for O Plano.
Yeah, this is what Richard talks about. Imagine a comeback to this magnitude only to lose 16-14.
They're the ones that hurt you.
Yeah, I'd probably rather be banged out at that point, but
yeah,
the comeback is real and it turns into overtime. You win this, I mean, instantly just flips, right? We're expecting a 2-0 from O Plano just from...
Problem with overtime is, of course, they'll have to play some CT rounds again, so...
Well, so do paiN, luckily. And
at least they know how to play those rounds, you know?
Yeah. You weren't invested, being O Plano, you weren't invested at 13-2 down. Now you're invested. So yeah, to lose in round 30 could have serious consequences. But I mean, they've got this round. That's surefire. Safe dead eventually. And all the money in the world, you can buy 5 orbs if you want to be crazy, guys. Probably wouldn't.
Just don't do anything stupid, because the thing I see all the time when these comebacks is they go, hey, all right, okay, this is it. This is for overtime, or this is to win the game. Let's just do a ridiculous push, yeah. Let's just go in dry somewhere, not flash. Oh, we're all dead and we've lost. Yeah, exactly. Like, please. And I think this is why this is a great timeout to take. No joke.
Yeah.
You wanna be calm, give us your best strat. Make sure everyone's on the same page going into this, because this would complete an amazing comeback, you know? Even if you lose in OT, this was inconceivable when you were 13-2 down.
Yeah, not expecting this at all. Same for paiN. I think they appreciate this timeout as well.
The look on paiN's face, I mean, you can see, man, you know, this just kills the series stone dead if O Plano come back and win this map, by the way.
And paiN has been going back to these double ops setup as well. We see the buy bet odds on the screen there as well. That used to be a 1-14 or something. It's definitely gone back to...
if one of the $2 challenge people has gone out and bought the dip, they probably just won. Probably just won a stat track up.
Never stop believing.
Man, so here's something. Coming into this second half, Safi and PKL were both top of the board on 14 kills. Safi has very much kept that up, right? He's almost on 30. PKL is sat at 20 right now. No one else even really within earshot. Your heart goes out to Safe, man. Like, what more can this guy be doing? It feels like in every one of these rounds, he's been good for at least one. You know, you've been getting what you need out of him.
Are they looking to do one of their first top hits? The T side?
Also,
they haven't run any
would this be their like unique to O Plano top hit?
This is the one where the Molotovs burn nobody. That one.
So they kept pulling this out the bag in every single Nuke game we've seen them play. They have this like Molotov smoke setup. They smoke off heaven. They molly players on hot roof and the rafters, and they also molly default. But already
itself, guys. No one's blind.
Oh boy, well, VSM, first man in. O Plano, they've been let down by this before, but this time they event drop, they get down B. It's an evolution of O Plano, but is it going to be enough? Oh, out into the open. Big Sarah and Hard's out getting kills. The numbers are dwindling. O Plano, they've done it all the way to the 430, and it might fall down around them. Safe to end it. And paiN Gaming take it 16-14 from a 13-2 half. They get it over the line. The full 30 rounds at O Plano. Devastated after that one. Oh, you couldn't write it. You couldn't script it if you tried. We'll be back in a minute after a break. We all need one after that.